Hi, and welcome to the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, and I'm coming to you from my studio. Another kind of cloudy day in California, which is rare. It was actually drizzling. But today's show, we're going to continue the hunt for gold in vinyl, and I thought I'd actually show you some of my gold I have that I found a while back, and I'll tell you that story. In my collection right now, and then still maybe go out to the garage and see if we can thumb through more of the records to find what we're looking for. So here we go. All right, here we are. Here's my collection. As you can see, right through here. One of the stories behind it is a lot of the records I've gotten going through swap meets, Goodwill, thrift stores, garage sales, and those type of things. The fun part was I kind of regularly went to one of the swap meets in San Diego. I can't think of the name of it. It'll come to me. And since then I haven't gone to there in a while, which I need to get back there one of these days. Maybe that could be a video. So it was, speaking of rain, from my announcement in the beginning, it was actually started to rain when I got there. And so I thought, well, I'm all the way down here in San Diego. I got to do something. So I went to Goodwill in that same area. And when I pulled in, it was a little early because the swap meet opens a lot earlier than Goodwill. And so I went over there and I kind of was sitting in my car because I could see everybody was lined up at the door. And I thought, well, what's going on? Are they having some kind of big sale or something? And so once the doors opened, or I kind of got in line before I kind of thought it was going to open, and got in line actually, and there was even more people behind me. And I thought, wow, what's happening? So I got in, and the whole line just moved through the store. And I had been in that store before, so I kind of knew where the record rack was. And the whole line just went right for the records rack. And I thought, oh no, there must be, somebody must have heard something that there's some good stuff in here. Because I thought, it can't be that many people searching for records unless everybody had the same idea from the swap meet like me and went over there. So I made my way over there as well. And I kind of started looking in a lower rack because usually people don't want to bend down and thumb through records. And that's usually where kind of the treasures are found. And sure enough, I found probably the most valuable record I have right now under Finding in the Wild and Used was in there. And I didn't really know what I had, but I knew it was a jazz record, and I knew it was on Blue Note label until I looked it up. You'll see like stickers. You'll see stickers of Discogs. My whole collection is on Discogs, and that way it gives you the price and you look it up. But I didn't know what I had, and actually I got my collection. I'll zoom out. I got my collection. This is all my jazz. This is blues, and then the rest is rock. And I got a few records down in the bin down there, kind of the ones that I'm previewing. But I didn't know what I had until I came home and looked it up, and it was this one. I put it in that sleeve. It wasn't for $1. It's actually cheaper. Let's see the glare. It was Grant Green, Idle Moments, and I liked it because I just saw the guitar and I thought, hey, it's got to have guitar on it with that kind of album. And that's the back of it. It's in very good condition. That's why I kind of stuck it in here on Blue Note. Right now, and I don't, prices all vary upon depending what, but this one's pretty much held its value. When I think I first looked it up, the highest price for it, and I don't know how it rates. Probably that's in mint, mint condition cover and vinyl would get the highest top price, and I think it was listed for $750. Now today I just checked it, and it's going for $800, and then the medium price for it, probably where this falls, is $250. And I was like, whoa! So that's, even though it's blue, that's gold in my collection right now. I actually played the album. I liked it. The vinyl is in very good condition. Like I said, I rated the cover as good because it has a lot of age wear to it, but still not in too bad a shape. It's got some wear on the back. So that was gold in my collection, and so let's go to the garage. Let's go to the garage and see what we can find. Oh, the other thing I wanted to update you on, come to think about it, my old Mac Pro, it's a 1.1, and it was actually a friend who's a drummer, and he has his own recording studio in his house in San Diego. I found it on Craigslist because Pat was doing Pro Tools and stuff with his school, and that's why I had that other 001, which if anybody wants it, I'll give it to them. They're not, they're not supported by many DAWs, but if somebody wants to tinker around with it, just drop me a line. So anyways, the computer's listed on Craigslist, and so I call it up, and it's like, yeah, and I started talking to the guy. Oh, this is Mark, and I'm like, Mark, and I said, do you go to? And I was running sound at Flood Church in San Diego, and I go, is this Mark? And he goes, yeah. And I go, I didn't know you. And he goes, I didn't know you wanted a computer. So anyways, long story short, I ended up buying it because it was a fairly good price, and he was getting it because he had to stay upgraded. So, but it still had a few good years on it. I realized eventually it wouldn't be updatable, but now it's totally. I think I looked at YouTube about 5 times of what can I do with a 1.1, and I think the lowest Mac Pro that you can still upgrade and keep running is the 5.1. So obviously it's seen its day. I played taps slowly as I took it apart. It was hard to part with. Pat and I both got a lot of good hours out of it in the studio here, and it was probably more computer than what really needed. I was always running Mixcraft, the DAW, and Pat was running Pro Tools. When Pat left home, then Pro Tools, I didn't have his key, so I couldn't use it. But Mixcraft only runs in Windows, and so I actually paralleled it. I put more RAM in it, but I bought the secondary RAM on one of those computer stores, and it ran for a good couple years, and then that RAM burned out, which they say it usually does. So anyways, so I had to retire it, and so I thought, well, this is the perfect time to do a studio update. So I'm right in the middle of kind of rewiring and putting things back together. This is a shot of the old computer. I pulled some of the cards out. You can see it right down there, and that's the 001 if anybody's interested in that. I'll give that to him. If you're far away, you could pick it up, or we can meet somewhere. Or if you're far away, if you give me money for the shipping, I'll ship it out to you. But it still all works and lights up. It's still good. It's just older technology. So I'll give you a little scan. I really wanted to still utilize some of that computer, so it was my custom stand I built for the 001. I took that apart, and as you can see when I showed it, the panel's off on the side, and I was able to take that panel piece, which is a nice piece of aluminum, and kind of convert it on this stand. And let me reposition the camera, and I'll show that to you. Hang on just a minute. Okay, so here's the stand now. So the tray, this mixer right here used to sit down here. So now that's kind of like the mouse area, and this is the actual right here. There's my finger. This is the actual piece of metal off of this computer. So it still lives on as a top. Kind of worked out nice. I run that computer as just my daily regular computer, and so the desk here is kind of empty, and it'll probably stay like that because I've got the Easy Bust digital mixer over on the side, which is plenty for what I need. It runs I can run my turntable, my 200 slot CD player, and my cassette player through that, and then whatever microphones I got, two channels for plugging in mics, which is plenty. The phonograph runs through that little piece down there, and so I'll give you a complete shot when I have it all together. It's kind of disheveled because I got things all over, but that's kind of an update on the studio tour. Here's my full collection. I built all of these drawers. And you can see they pull out like file cabinets, so it makes it easy. It makes it easy to thumb through them because I built these wood things, and they had legs that you could stack them and still flip through them. I saw them online, but in order to go to the bottom, when you start stacking them, which they did stack at one time, when you start stacking them, they're so heavy to move up and down to thumb through stuff. Where these, I can just go in and pull them out and access the records, and then as the collection got bigger, I had to put these up on top. So it's pretty easy access. There's about 1,000 records there right now, all picked out of the wild. Some of them I owned that I actually bought. I think before this find here with Dark Side and the Moon, I actually bought a copy of Dark Side of the Moon off of Discogs because I couldn't find it in the wild, and I wanted a copy, and so I bought that one. But now I've got another copy of it. So let's go out to the garage. There's my Heavy Cream album down there, and some of the ones that I showed you last time, waiting to be filed into there. And so, like I was saying before, blues, jazz. Those are the jazz ones over there, and then most of all of these are my rock and roll or classic rock. So that's the collection on the inside. Many hours of listening, and a lot of them they need to be cleaned and put into different sleeves, and I'm looking at different systems to do that. I've been watching In the Grooves, the guy out of Arizona. My in-laws live out in Arizona, in Phoenix, so that's definitely going to be a visit the next time I'm out there. So he's got a lot of good videos on how to take care of your vinyl and stuff, and so I'm kind of taking some cues from that. But let's go out to the garage. Okay, I think I got a better angle here. If I got enough light. So this is like a big box set. from Chicago, so I'm not sure about that one. Here's famous songs and waltzes. Another like 78 box set of songs of, I guess it's Hawaiian. Hawaiian it says on it. I'll go through this stack here. I got one more stack over there, but I'll have to move it over. But here's Richard Roberts. That's with Ralph Carmichael. That's kind of an interesting one. Greatest hits. More of these 78s. This is Till Then, the Mills Brothers. I think I've seen some of that. This is a Capitol one. Tabby the Cat. The Piper. This one, whoop. That one's broken. There's a garbage one, but that was, see, this one got broken. And it wasn't in that good a state. Stars and Stripes. I think I seen a better copy of that one, so that's no good. This one here. Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. More Mills Brothers. So, living music. I'll go through these. If anything looks good, I'll pull it up. Oh, here's Mills Brothers. I just saw their 78s. So I'll have to pull those out and listen to it. This is a Decca record too. I haven't looked at the condition. That's not in bad shape. The best of the Mills Brothers. Let's flip through some more. Oh, here's a single record. Could it be? No. Wood Music Sampler, Transworld. Mitch Miller's Greatest Hits. Let's Dance to the Hits, so 40s. Drop down in the comments if you see one of these that you're interested in. A lot of them I don't know about. Hopefully I got a good enough light where you can read these. Kemper Touch. Sermon on the Mount. That's interesting. Songs of the Trail, if you like the cowboy music. And Campfire Songs, American Favorites presents. This was George Shearing and Dakota Stanton, In the Night. That might be a good one. That might be one that, let's see how the vinyl looks. Yeah, look at the vinyl is in great shape. See that? That might be one I would have to check out. Let's see if we can get halfway through these. I try to keep my videos pretty short because I know people don't have a lot of time to watch videos. So, Martin Denny. A Taste of Honey, Martin Denny. Never heard of them, but this is older music, so. This one looks interesting. Oh, that's Martin Denny too. See, they're all in the same. Hey, there's a Fit one. get in shape. Voices in Latin. Well, these feel really thick, but this one's Hendrix Songbook, but a rubber band. And this one is Columbia. Polka Party. You're going through a lot of Christmas ones. Now here's the Singing Nun songs. Don't get my hand over there. I'm only kind of pulling out ones I know, but I don't know who Jeff is. Oh, that's pipe organ music. My father-in-law liked pipe organ music. So I kind of like looking at his collection because it would be older stuff like that. Mitch Miller. So as you can see, a lot of them are the same, but it is a variety. So we'll thumb through these quick to see if anything comes up that comes to mind. Music Man, another musical. I think that's the second record I have of that. Lawrence Welk. Wow, I had this one in my collection, but this cover is in really good shape, as you can see. I might have to replace the one I already have in. And look at that vinyl, it's in great shape. That one might have to go. That one might have to go with my jazz records because it's in such good shape. That's like really, really great shape. I don't know what it's worth. I would have to look it up. Here's another one of those story. The Boy Who Sang for the King. Christmas stuff. Nothing else really jumping out and grabbing me. Like I said, this is older stuff. It'd take a little more research. I might keep some of them that are in really good shape. Belafonte. Look at that's a Carnegie Hall, a 2-album set. I start telling these to Lori, my wife, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I used to hear that. My dad would play those." So there we go. That's some more of the collection revealed. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like my show, ring the bell, tell other people. I saw some of the comments and I was glad to see some new people who subscribe who like records. Still didn't get to any DIY stuff, but it's in the back of my mind. I've got some projects that are going right now. I keep telling you that, but we'll get to them. Just trying to. Like Lori always tells me, I have too many hobbies, but we'll get to all the things I get to record all the things I like, and there's a lot of things in the garage that I like to work on. As you can see, the garage is loaded full of my tools and stuff. So